guitarist is good, bro. That guitarist has got it going on, bro. Oh, wait, it's me. That's right. I like to supply the guitar licks on this show because if I do that, then YouTube can't copyright me for no apparent reason whatsoever. So, and that's what they will do. YouTube will definitely copyright me because they always do that. Even when I purchase the music from the stock music crap store, YouTube still says, well, you know, we got a guy out there that thinks that's his song. And I'm sitting there going, well, you know what? He can stuff it up his flute hole because it's my song. And even one time when I made a song, it was copyrighted. I'm like, how can I make a song and it be copyrighted by somebody else? I literally just thought of it. But you know what? There is mind control out there, and there's the power to duplicate and clone people. So, you know what I'm saying? That's right. You can borrow that flute hole. Let's see. Let's see if I can think of some other ones. Because I try to do, let's do family-friendly insulting. So you have punch them in their flute hole, kick them in the fart box, kick them in the love stick, maybe, let's see here, punch him in his brain helmet. That's face, so that's not really that much different than face. I like brain helmet too, because that's what Chris Pratt said on Parks and Rec when he was describing his head. He goes, it hurts in my head, my brain helmet. And then he looks at the camera like he's very, very funny. So here, the Jewels. Yes, the Jewels will work. Yeah, you kick them in the Jewel Kilchners. That's the lady that sings those soft songs from the 90s, like Foolish Games. Everybody remember that? Foolish Games was a good song. I don't care what you say. The Pieces of You album, or Pieces of Me, or whatever it was. It was awesome. Yeah, I shed a tear for it. I was younger then and more emotional. So let's see, we got Bimco down there. He's Frylock87 HVAC. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. He's having giveaways, giving away like 7 vacuum pumps tomorrow, I think. Jessica Egan says, I like that song, Foolish Games. You talking about Jessica? The song is kind of built for the ladies, isn't it? I just like it anyway. We got Susan Dunn, and oh geez, her mother was just hospitalized with COVID-19. So let's send a prayer out there to Susan Dunn's mother and some good thoughts or whatever you want to send. Happy notions from the great electron, as George Carlin said. Let's send out some happy thoughts because that's a rough road. Of course, she's an older lady. So, I mean, we wish her the best. She's a strong lady, though. I think she'll be okay. So she'll be all right, Susie. We'll just hang tight. They have a lot of treatments now. Because if you guys notice out there, I'm not trying to alarm anybody, but you see there's like a ton of cases of coronavirus out there now. But the daily death toll is like way smaller than it was early on. It's not tremendously low, but it's a lot smaller because there's a lot of good treatments now. So a lot of people are doing just fine. I mean, the president was like 70-some years old, and he seemed like he was back at work at like a week later. So he'd probably popping them hydrochloroquines. Chloroclines? Remdesivir. I don't know what it is. It treats malaria, I think. It's antivirals, basically. Hydrochloroquines. That's what a doctor ordered right there. So he probably pops a lot of those. So I'm going to say hello to our chat people tonight. And then I'll look at my notes. My notes are taped. Yes, they're taped to a webcam. That's not even, you see, you guys aren't looking at a webcam right now. The people who go play, like on the StreamYard section of this game, when you click the link to play, you actually see a different camera than what you guys are looking at right now. So I have my notes taped at like a 45-degree angle against that webcam. So it's a little hard to read unless you're like this, which I don't typically like to do the show like that because if you do it like this, people are like, you know, what's wrong with you? And I don't want to have to answer those questions. I don't even remember what I was getting at there. But I try to stick with my notes, but I like to go over to chat first. So we have Alexander's Refrigeration, our buddy Alex. We have Greg Miracle, who always wishes everybody well. We have Susan Dunn. Susan, she'll be just fine. And we also have your arch nemesis, Darth Schrader, earlier in the chat. We have Brandon Burney. We have Michael Bimco, like I said before. We have Craig Egan, Adam Heisch. I don't use my Sawzall Heisch. We have, that's I always remember people. I look gangster when I turn sideways, Bimco. I also have the ring light in my lens of my glasses, so that's kind of, I can't stand stuff like that. So if I were to look at the video and go, oh, the ring light's in my glasses, I would die inside. Here, let me see if I can't see. All right, I want to set my recorder because I'm testing my recorder for Friday night because I have, you know, guys, you know me. When I do something one way, the next week I have to improve it somehow. That gets tiring from week to week because it's hard to improve every single week. You end up either like totally annihilating everything that you've built, which I've done several times, or you end up getting better. So I always chance it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to record these things and break them into separate tracks. And while you guys are like, what the crap is he talking about? It's big, man. It's really big. Okay. So we have Steve down there. I got to cross my arms to do it. Is that better? All right. Like Ice Cube or something. So we have Steve, Residential Basics. Like I said, we have Bimco. Let me see if I can see anyone else up there. We have Doug. Doug and his 3-year-old kid are watching us right now. Hey, Doug, how's it going? We have, let's see, Zoru Tutus watching us from the Ugandan province of Kaliwala Flaja. I just made that up, so I know you're not really there. I'm sorry. Jessica Egan, Will Justice. We have, I'm scrolling up, we have Luke the Plumber. What's up, Luke? Nick Neal. Here, let's see. Who else do we have here? We have a dozen of people watching us right now, so it's very busy out there. All right, Duck Worker, Billy, our buddy Billy, Gary Gleisberg, Clint Glasgow. I think I got everybody. If I missed your name, it's only because you're completely unimportant. I'm just kidding. I just didn't see you, so I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. People sometimes don't like my humor. Those people don't watch this show anyway, so it doesn't matter. So who cares? The hell with them. All right. Tonight we're going to be playing the Skill Trade Up. The Skill Trade Up is a game show. If you are in the HVAC field, this game show is for you. If you are not, you're going to have a very hard time winning this game show unless you're just super smart, omnipotent, that kind of person. I ask you questions. First of all, I give you a link. I'm going to have a break up here in a minute. We're going to play an ad. I'll put a link in the chat. You'll click it to try to come onto the show. The first person to pop up on screen number 3 over here gets selected, comes onto the show. We have 4 possible questions you can be asked. You get asked the first question. If you get it right, you win a prize. You can keep your prize, go home, be happy, live your life, man or woman, or you can try to go up to the next level. Now, if you get greedy, the questions get harder as you go up in levels, but you can also win better and better stuff. But if you get greedy and you go beyond your knowledge base, you may crash and burn. But do not fret, because I kept wanting to give people stuff anyway. So every time you play this game, no matter if you win, lose, or draw, well, actually, just if you lose, I give you a parting gift. It's a shirt from the show. It says HVAC Shop Talk on the front. That's the podcast. And on the back, it says Skilled Trade Up. So you always win something. So don't be sad. I mean, you lose. There's no reason to call in sick to work tomorrow. There's no reason to put your truck in a ditch or something, start drinking, or whatever it is people do when they lose this show. You can be all right. It'll be okay because I'll send you a shirt. All right, it's going to be all right. We had 2 winners last week. We had Steve and we had Isaiah. Both of them won. Isaiah, he got the NAVAC crimpers. Not crimpers. He got the NAVAC expander, hand expander, not hydraulic. And Steve got the pack-out box. We have a lot of great prizes this week. As soon as someone pops in here in a minute, we'll go over the prizes, but we're not going to do that just yet. All right, so you know how the game is played. If you want to be notified for this live stream every week before it happens, about half an hour, in the description of this video, there is a link. It says sign up for live notifications. Click on that link and fill out like the little Google Doc, and I will notify you via text every week so you don't miss a show and you can win stuff. It's going to be great. You're going to win so much stuff. It'll be like Trump. It's going to be huge. You're going to win stuff. You're going to have more stuff than you need. You'll be selling stuff on eBay. That's right. I know some of you guys did that, and I know which ones of you did it. Selling our prizes on eBay. It's completely up to you. You want it? It's your stuff. I'm just kidding, but some people did do it. It's kind of funny, actually. All right. So if you do happen to win this show, or if you're playing, because anyone who plays gets something, email me at hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. Let me know your address, and if you want a shirt, let me know your shirt size. If you want a tool, remind me what it is, but don't try to finagle me. Because if you send me something that said, I won 3 vacuum pumps, I'm going to put your email at the bottom of the pile. And I have 43,000 emails because I don't clear the inbox ever. So, I mean, just know that. I just want to let you know. Okay, quick shout-outs to NAVAC. NAVAC's going to be sending my good buddy Andrew Greaves, who many of you know. He's fading from YouTube existence now, so some of you might not know him. But he went by AKHVAC. He works at NAVAC. He just notified me today that they're sending out some new tools down here to the headquarters here in Willard, North Carolina. So as soon as they come in, I'll be making some photographs of them. You can see them on our Instagram, Skilled Trade Up. Probably see it on the Shop Talk Instagram as well. So new tools are coming. Very exciting. Okay, awesome. Not only that, I want to shout out Midwest. I asked people earlier in the week, maybe a day or two ago, on the Shop Talk Instagram, what is your favorite snips? And everyone was saying Midwest. And they were saying that because they are, in fact, the best. Despite me having a picture of some Craftsman snips, which I purchased at Lowe's and our prizes tonight, my heart will always be with Midwest for snips forever. And a lot of people agree with that. There was one guy who said Weiss, and that's about it. Everyone else said Midwest. Midwest is going to send some stuff. They saw the Instagram. They saw Skilled Trade Up on Instagram. They thought the show was a cool idea. They said, we're going to send you some stuff out. I was like, awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's see. Zach, you should just make the prizes money. I'm not making the prizes money. I mean, y'all, good grief. See, that's the problem with America right there. We can't make the prizes money. I'm about to sneeze here in a second, too. Always when the show's going, he's like, you can sneeze, Zach, go ahead. Hold on. No, can't make the prizes money. It's got to be tools, man. It's got to be tools. If it's prize, you need to go on a Price is Right or something. Guess how much a washing machine is if you want money, or go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know if it's still on. But this show right here, it's got to be tools, bro. It's got to be tools. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of tax problem about doing money too, probably. Just my gut tells me that I will be hurting for the IRS if I give away money. That's just a problem. We have given away gift cards before, but we don't do that anymore. You're going to have to take these tools. Yeah. I wish they were sponsored. Said, Bill, I was just kidding. Hey, I was just kidding too. I don't know if it's a tax problem or not. I don't even pay taxes. Don't even worry about it. So, yeah, that's the truth. Hey? Okay. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is we're going to play a little Yellow Jacket ad. I'm going to plop the link in the chat. All right. So when you see that link, hit it as fast as you can if you want to play on this show. All right. There'll be 3 contestants. All right. The first time I put the link in, If there's 7 people waiting, those 7 people don't get to stay in there and wait. We're going to dump everybody else out, and we're going to do it all over again on the second try, just so different people can try. So I'm going to go to break, all right? Got to get my finger in the button, fingers on the button, and you'll see that link in just a second, guys. All right, I'm going to see you on the flip side. Let's play the skill trade up, guys. The new Yellow Jacket scale, part number 68864, has a 220-pound capacity, a large platform, and wireless Bluetooth communication via the WideJack app. With a 0.05% accuracy and 0.2 ounce resolution, service technicians can count on precision measurements every time. All right, well, I'm back here. Let me look over to the squad here. Oh, look how many people popped up. There's 100,000 people here. Well, how is that possible since only 12 people are watching this show? That's weird. I must be lying. And I am. So I look over there. I see Zorro Tutos. I don't know if that, I'm pretty sure that's not your name, man, and I'm very sorry. My name's Ciota, so you can imagine we both have a screwed up life. Chris Forsyth. Dustin Holloway. I see Frylock there. Frylock thinks he's going to play. He's like 57th in line. I'm sorry, man. And I'm just kidding. Craig Egan, and we have Matthew O'Donnell. It is, in fact, Matthew O'Donnell who is first in line, fellas. So you're going to have to plop out and come back in later. And remember who you hate. You hate Matthew O'Donnell. All right? Matthew O'Donnell. Just remember when someone asks you who you hate. All right. Let me get Matthew patched in here. Can you hear me there, Matthew?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So I'm sorry about saying that about them hating, but I just want to get the hatred off of me. So
I'll take it. No problem.
All right. Good. What a good sport. All right. Now I'm going to shut down the chat. And just remember, why can't I shut down the chat? Why does it always happen? Oh, that's right. YouTube changed this again. So every time I do this, I forget what happened. All right. I'm going to shut down the chat, chatters. I'm taking that off. Sorry. And if Matthew needs you, you will be back shortly. Take this time, chatters, to like the video so that YouTube will make our channel famous, like Mr. Beast. That's what I want to be, like Mr. Beast, if everybody knows what that means. All right, Matthew, how's it going, man?
Not bad. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm living a great life. I get to do skill trade up on Wednesday nights, and then I get to go eat tacos, so it's really great. I can't imagine a better life.
There you go.
How's the work week been?
Pretty good. No complaints.
No complaints. You doing heating stuff now?
Nah, mostly refrigeration. We had to put on an adapter door for a walk-in freezer Monday and Tuesday. Then today was pretty easy. Just a new gasket and a reach-in and a new fan motor and a fan coil. So pretty slow day today.
What is an adapter door?
Also, like with the walk-in box, they're the original doors, and if they don't have the size anymore, like this was a Vulcan walk-in, so they don't even make them anymore. And so we had to go to another manufacturer who makes an adapter door, one that will adapt to it. And I mean, it went in pretty well. It was a little bit of a pain, but it worked out. So
no, that's good. I can understand now. So I think of it like curbs. Like if they don't have that same curb for that machine, you get a curb adapter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I figured it out. All right. I'm a refrigeration technician now. Great. All right, so you're familiar with this game. I need not explain anything except for you have the one lifeline. You can choose the chat, and you can choose 50-50. No one ever chooses 50-50, so I'm about to say there is no 50-50. And you can just ask the chat, because I think that's probably the best one you could possibly do. There's a lot of knowledge out here in the chat. Okay?
Yeah, there is.
There is also a significant amount of depravity. And if they want to take you out, they will give you the wrong answer. I've seen it in the past. And
now everyone hates me right now too, right? So
yes, now everyone hates you. That's partially my fault for allowing that to happen, but I feel good about them not hating me. I already get dislikes on this video, and I don't know where it's coming from. But okay, all right. So let's go ahead and take a look at those first prizes here. The first prize that we have available to you, you can choose from one of these 4 items. We have a double pack of the Refrigeration Technologies coil cleaner. We have a blower puller, like the puller you take the motor blades off with, and it is a residential style. I'll mention that to you because I think that's maybe not as useful to you.
I got one anyway, so
we don't need that, we don't need that crap. So we have a multimeter here from our friends at Kowitz, and I'm pretty sure that's how you say their name, and I'm pretty sure it's also just as good as Fluke. I'm just going to put that out there. And we have the Craftsman Snips, which I already told you Midwest was better than. So I'm doing a good job with
I like
this.
the Midwest.
Everyone likes Midwest. I don't know what it is. I came up liking Midwest, and I never talked to anybody about it. But then all of a sudden it's like, what snips are the best? And like the whole industry said Midwest for some reason. Like everyone figured it out along the way or something, I guess.
I think they're great. They cut very smoothly.
They do. They're very good. And it's so cool that they kind of stumbled upon the show and they're going to send some stuff out for this game. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to give you your first question. You ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right. Here's your first question. It's skill trade up. Which fuel is ignited at the highest pressure in its respective home heating furnace? So of all the different furnaces that are used for home heating, which fuel is ignited at the highest pressure?
Highest pressure. Okay.
Highest pressure. So it's the delivered pressure to the burner, to the gun, in its respective device. So A, oil.
A, oil. Final answer.
Do you see the other answers though?
I do. It's just gas is just low. Wood. I mean, so in oil, like I said, I've done some oil work residential. So I know it's usually around anywhere 100 to 140. It can be up over 200 depending on the burner. So it's oil.
And you're positive it's not wood.
It's a close one.
You never heard of high pressure wood furnaces? I mean, I'm surprised, Matt.
Nah, we don't have those out here.
Well, when it comes to this answer, you're right. It's oil. It's 100 to 140 psi typically, and of course the other ones are less than 1 psi typically, and wood is just sitting in there burning, so it's under atmospheric pressure. I guess is the fairest way to put that. Okay, so you got it right. You got your prize. Which prize of those three or of those four would you choose?
Like, would I choose like if I were going to?
I can just tell you don't want any of that crap. It's like I want level 2.
As bad as I want that meter, I think I'm going to go up to number 2.
All right, well, let's go take a look at the number 2 prizes. And I realize you want that meter, and I'm glad you do because there's another meter at level 2. It's a slightly upgraded version. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to disclose the fact that these Kowitz dudes, they were selling like all these meters on Amazon Prime Day or whatever, and they looked like they were pretty decent. So I bought a couple of them, and these, I hope I'm saying this right, probably not. But these dudes sent me a message totally separate than this. They didn't know I bought anything. They're like, will you review this other meter? And I was like, if your meter sucks, I'm going to tell everybody it sucks. It's like, no, take it, man. It's cool. So I have a third Kowitz meter here to review. I own more of those than anyone on Earth, basically.
Maybe Shannon's tried these already.
You know what? That's an excellent point. Shannon probably has tried these. Shannon loves this sort of hole-in-the-wall tools from nowhere. So you see, we have 4 prizes here. One of those is the meter I told you about. One of them is a really cool tool that I saw on Prime Day as well and picked up. It is a multi-nut driver from Klein. Has like 7 or 8 different nut driver sizes, and they are magnetized, which I thought was pretty cool. We have the Navac hand swager and the Tac Life 12-volt reciprocating saw, kind of like the Milwaukee hacksaw, except made by Tac Life. So which one of those looks the most appealing to you?
I mean, the most appealing would be the Klein. One of my coworkers got him. He likes it. The saws already have the M18 fuel hacksaw, so which is really nice. I really like it.
Absolutely. I think that's.
I'm not going to say anything about that one. I don't know. Maybe it cuts through something pretty well. I don't know.
It cuts through the limbs in my yard well because that's where I tested it. But
really?
I would have said if you had the Milwaukee hacksaw and a choice between that and the Tac Life, I think the Milwaukee would be the way to go. I'll just put it like that.
Agree, yeah.
Because fuels, it's pretty good stuff. And their 12-volt stuff is better than everyone else's 18 and 20-volt stuff, just about.
Yeah, I got their 12-volt, the Surge Impact driver. That thing does everything I need.
Yeah, they're awesome. I bought a set of those for Black Friday last year or the year before. I might not have been searched. Might have been just been fuel, but it was awesome. I love those.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our question number 2, since you're eager to win that second meter, no doubt. Here is number 2 question. Don't forget about your lifeline. Here we go. Which issue may cause a low AC temp split across an evaporator? So we're in air conditioning mode. Which issue may cause a low air conditioning temp split across an evaporator? A, low evaporator airflow. B, low refrigerant charge. C, both A and B. Or D, none of the above.
Which issue may cause low AC temp split? Low AC temp split.
What do you think?
Just trying to think. Yeah. Low evaporator airflow, too low. I don't know why I'm actually stumped on this.
Well, we can open it. Hey, man, I'm saying use that lifeline. If you don't want to risk getting nothing, use the lifeline.
Yeah, let's go ahead and ask the chat on it.
All right, let's bring those chat dudes in here and see how depraved they really are. All right, we're going to be able to bring you guys in. It'll be about 5 seconds from when you hear this, and we'll wait for you. So we're looking for an answer from Matthew. Which issue may cause a low AC temp split across an evaporator? Frylock says B. Weaver Maintenance says B. And Bob Reddington says B. Luke the Plumber says, I definitely hate Zach more than this Maynard. Okay, well, Luke, that's great since I sent you that shirt.
Yeah, let's go with I'm gonna go with B. B was the one I was looking at anyways, but then A was throwing me off for whatever reason. I was questioning A too, but for some reason it looked pretty good to me. But a B was my first. Let's go with B.
All right, B is your final answer?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye to the chat guys here. All right, so chat guys. All right, and Frylock was right. A will cause a high delta T. And
that's what I was thinking at then, if it's so that's why I was questioning, but I just wasn't positive, so I'd rather not flame out on number 2. I'd rather just let's get through it and get to the next one.
You're absolutely right though. So you got yourself those Klein multi-nut drivers that are so awesome. All right. So I'm going to show you what the prizes for number 3 are, and you can decide whether or not you want to go on to number 3 round. So you have a choice between some Yellow Jacket gear, which is going to be a hat, one of their lunch boxes, insulated coolers, and a Yellow Jack Y-Jack Do psychrometer, which is a Bluetooth psychrometer you put in supply or return duct, or you can put it outside to get outside air too. Or a circular saw by the work saw, and with that goes Southwire insulated screwdriver, so you get both of those. Or a Skill impact driver and drill, that's 20-volt power core, or a 4-pack of Refrigeration Technologies coil packs bag cleaners. What do you think?
All right. Yeah, let's go up to 3.
Oh, yeah. So which one of those do you want?
I mean, I already got drills and all that. The cleaners, my company pays for all those. I mean, those are the cleaners I use. My company pays for them all anyways. Well, if I had to choose one, the hygrometer.
Okay, cool. So, and you got a cool hat. People love hats. And then you have lunchbox too, and you got to have lunch. I mean, you got to be healthy.
You do.
Got to eat lunch. Got to put your sandwiches in something. So let's see if you're going to bring him. I don't think that's a very Maine way to say that, probably. Down here is like sandwich. We're going to have a sandwich. So
maybe just got to just leave your R's out of your words and you're good to go. Okay.
Also, it's like Boston.
Yeah, it's a little different than Boston though. Like they got the same thing too, but like very similar in that is a lot of the R's get dropped out in Maine, and everything's wicked good.
Oh, wicked. Okay, all right. Well, I don't know if it's completely like Boston. So this next question is going to be wicked pisser. All right. So that's my Boston lingo from watching Good Will Hunting 22 years ago. And this is going to be your third question. Like they get a little bit harder. You used your lifeline. So in that regard, you are screwed. So let's get you the third question. The sensible heat formula is A, CFM times delta T times 1.08. B, CFM times delta H times 1.08. C, CFM times delta T times 4.5. or D, CFM times delta H times 4.5? How you feeling?
Not good.
So is there anything familiar about this at all, or is it just like complete guess?
I mean, the 1.08 kind of sticks out for some reason. So we're talking about the sensible heat. So I'm gonna go with A. Final answer. I'm winging it. I'm throwing it out there.
I like the boldness. I didn't even get a chance to ask you, man. But if I would have asked you and you would have said final answer, I would have said, "You're right." That's exactly right. That is a sensible heat formula. The other ones, when you go to the 4.5 times CFM and stuff like that times delta H, it's total capacity, cooling capacity. So it's very similar.
Well, I wasn't sure when I saw that. I was like, is this for sensible or latent? Then when I saw that, delta T and delta H, I knew I had a pretty good idea. If it's sensible, we're going to be dealing with delta T. So
you were right on the money. You worked through it really well. That means you got the psychrometer, you got the hat, and you got the lunch pail. So you could be going for level 4, which is a digital torque wrench or a NAVAC tubing expander, or you can be keeping your stuff. So what are you thinking there?
Go big, go home, right?
All right. So go big, go home. I like the boldness. You can be our first big winner since this started on the new channel. So that's what I want to happen. Okay, Matthew, I want you to win. So
all right.
We're going to get to I got Grandpa's music plugged into this thing that I haven't been able to use. It's very nice. It's like the Oscars. Sorry.
I'll do my best.
All right, Matthew, bring this home for both of us. Here we go.
All right.
Question number 4 or 5. I don't know. You do refrigeration? What refrigerant is comprised of 44% R125, 52% 143A, and 4% R134A? Is it A, 404A, B, 422D, C, 407A, or D, 407C?
I ain't got a clue.
Okay, so what refrigerants are you familiar with?
Well, I mean, I'm familiar with the refrigerator. I'm just not what they made. The percentage of what's in what. I mean, I don't pay any attention to that stuff really. So it's just like.
It's a tough one. That's why it's the 4th question. It's a tough one. This question has been sitting in the queue for weeks because nobody got to this point. And I knew once someone got here, it'd be like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's a tough one.
So no matter what I do, it's gonna be a wild guess here. I'm gonna try to make it less wild. I don't even know how to reason it because I have no idea where to even start. So.
Now, is there one of these that you're not familiar with?
I mean, 422. Yeah, because the other ones I got in the truck, 422D, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I see 422D. We can discuss what they're used for. I mean, we can't tell you what they're made of. I mean, 422D is an R22 replacement.
Okay.
407C is the same way. It's a R22 replacement. Or certain machines come with 407C, like I think Liebert comes with 407C, and some other brands make a 407C unit. I never use 407A. I don't know what you use it for, actually. But 404A, I know is low temperature stuff.
Yeah.
It's a guess. I mean, you might as well guess, I guess. If there's no idea to tell, I mean, what do you want to pick?
Oh, man. Let's go with... I got a 25% chance, right?
Absolutely.
So... I got one that stands out to me, but...
Which one stands out to you?
Refrigerant is comprised? A 404A. Why? I don't know. Maybe because it's just at the top of the list. I don't know.
Is that going to be your guess?
Let's go. 404A final answer. Let's throw it out there.
Well, you only had a 25% chance of getting that right. So, did you win? Yes, you did.
Oh, yes.
It is 404A.
Wow.
Well, I'm so glad I got to use my music.
I am so glad.
Oh,
Thank
happy
you very
day.
Much.
So you can choose the 2 big grand prizes. Which one do you want?
Both.
I like that. That's good.
No, I'm going to go with the NAVAC just because, That one I can get. The other one I could probably talk my boss into snatching for me if I end up needing it. We do actually do a lot of mini splits. They're super popular, especially took over some new accounts, and they, especially some medical facilities like rehabilitation centers, all those, they love the mini splits.
Man.
But yeah, that NAVX set though.
It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, and I failed on the last. Remember one time I had the chance for the NAVX set, and I blew it. So I'm glad to be redeemed.
Well, you are redeemed, sir. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to send me your address. Send it to me, and if you send it to me like right after you get off here, right after the show's over, I will stay in here and pack them up tonight and send them out tomorrow. So you'll get it really, really fast. If the postal service will deliver it to you fast, which is a different issue.
All right. You'll have it 5 minutes ago. Let's put it that way.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. And
thanks
congratulations. Absolutely. Congratulations,
Bye.
Matthew. Take care, man. He won. Congratulations. That's really awesome. Really, really awesome. I'm glad somebody won the grand prize. I've been waiting for weeks so someone would win the grand prize. And we've been going for a while. We might only take 2 contestants tonight because that took a while because he went all the way. And I'm super proud. I'm going to open up the chat, guys. Let me see here. I got to remember how to do it. Oh, I do. All right. Live chat enable, and you'll be able to chat here in about 5 minutes. Very good. Congratulations, Matthew. That's really, really awesome. I'm super proud to have you on the show. You did a great job. You reasoned through it really, really well. You were lucky when you needed to be. That's okay. They're hard questions. Really, really awesome. So, HVAC Residential Basics said 6 days for the prize to hit the door. I'm trying to remember when I sent it, but typically I sent it a day or 2 after. So they're taking longer than they're saying. And what the people at the post office said was that regular mail, or not priority mail, like just standard mail, was taking a tremendous amount of time to go places. So I will try to send it priority mail so you won't have that issue. I think most of the time when I send stuff out, it is priority mail. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It should come faster than some of the other stuff, like the stuff you order on Amazon, stuff like that. So hopefully it will. Okay. Greg says later. Where are you leaving for, Greg? There's more show. Kyle, welcome to the show. I see some new people. Howard Hoagland, welcome to the show. Guys, that was a lot of fun, okay? We're going to take at least one more person. I have to take a break. I had a couple questions I had from the AC questions, but I don't think I'm even going to get to those tonight because we did such a good job. Matthew did such a good job that we ate through that time, which is fine. They're filler anyway. They're filler, guys, so it's all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play our EWC commercial. I'm going to put the link back in the chat, and the first person to hit the link once I put it in. So if you hit it now, nah. After I put it in the chat, you have to hit the link. So I'm going to play the EWC commercial, plop that in there, and I'll catch you guys and one of you to play this game when we get back. The best forced air zoning controls in the HVAC industry come from EWC Controls. This includes the Workhorse BM Plus 3000 zone panel, 3 zones, multiple dip switches so you can customize the controls to your particular system install. Another workhorse of the system is the URD and ND dampers. These power open, power closed dampers are both reliable and long lasting. So for the entire life of your system, you won't be replacing your zoning components. And lastly, the innovative SBD2 static pressure bypass with the wireless NFC interface take this whole thing to a new level of precision and reliability because you can set your system right there at your fingertips to the particular static pressure you need. No more guesswork, no more barometric arms. Go to EWC Controls Incorporated. You can find them online to learn more and look for them in your local supply house. Okay, so I'm looking over there at screen number 3, and I see more people than I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of people over there. We got Frylock, he made it through, Zorro Tutos, Craig Egan, Weaver Maintenance, Comfort Diagnostics, Chris Forsyth, and Will Justice. And I just got an email from Matthew O'Donnell. He wants his prize. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Way to send that email right away. All right, for this round, our first in the door was none other than Frylock. You made it this time. Sorry, guys. You have to try again next time. Frylock, congratulations. You're back, man.
Thanks, Zach. It's great to be back.
Hey, Pimco, Good to have you.
We'll see.
Well, it's good to have you either way, okay?
Appreciate it.
So, are you in a new area of your house or something? Is that a different area?
I'm in a hotel, Zach. I'm out of town for work.
You're playing Skilled Trade Up from the hotel. That's what I'm talking about, Bimco. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic. So, let's talk about last time you played, Bimco. Because
Can we not?
I guess we
Do
should.
we have to?
Well, I'm thinking, I feel you did like speaking of Boston, you did like a Bill Buckner or something. You let the ball go through your legs on that one, man. It's like, I think it was intentional. You were trying to help somebody. Now, was it intentional, dude?
No, I really didn't. I didn't know. I had to Google it afterwards.
What was the question? Do you
And
remember?
then it made sense. It was a PSC motor. If static pressure goes up, airflow will
I gotcha. Airflow goes down. Okay.
decrease. Yeah.
Decreases. All right. That rascally static pressure.
Decrease is not what I said.
I said a different thing.
Yeah.
The chat's going away, guys, unless Bimco tells the chat to come back through one of his lifelines. So
Yeah, and I never even used my lifelines. That's the worst part.
you got to use it. Even if it's on like number one, if there's like some
Yeah.
doubt, you might as well win something. You know what I'm saying? Although I am giving shirts out, but you might as well win some tools, is what I'm saying. You know?
Yep.
All right. So let's not mess around here, Bimco. So
Okay.
are you Texas as well?
Yep.
Okay, I thought you were, because I remember you came to us live from one of your job sites one time. Do you recall that?
No.
That's funny. Usually I'm the one who doesn't recall stuff. Yeah, you were at the job with like another one of your coworkers on the air one time.
We were in that high-rise building. We were in downtown San Antonio putting in mini splits for some little server rooms.
Absolutely. Oh, that's right.
Now I remember. Yeah, I was with old Doug.
Doug. Yeah.
Old Doug.
I think that's a different Doug than the one in the chat. Or maybe it's not. Does he watch this show?
I think they're all the same.
No, there might be so. I just call them all Doug. Doug. All right. Well, Bimco, so what are you traveling for this time? What are you doing?
Just preventive maintenance. We've got a oil field customer. They just do pipeline, but they've got motor control centers where they have big VFDs for their pumps, and they've got these beefed up wall mount units. Like imagine like a 20-ton Bard, but they're not Bards.
Oh, but it's like they hang on the wall just like a bar.
Yeah, they're just big wall mount units. Yeah.
Holy crap.
And that's like the most important thing. And nobody ever goes in there to see if they're working.
That's so funny. That's
So
funny.
yeah, when we get a call, like it's bad. It's like, hey, 3 out of 4 are down. Like our pumps are shutting down. We're losing money. It's like, well, give me like 3 hours. I'll be down there.
You know, it's funny that you mention it because I went on the roof for a commercial customer one time. It was a furniture store, and they had like all these old units on top of the roof. I did some YouTube videos on it. And they only call you in like 2 instances. There's like so many of them not working that the store is warm. And it takes like several of them because it's oversized.
Right.
Or it's raining through the roof because the condensate is flooding the roof. That's the only 2 reasons they ever get called. Which is funny.
But you look and there's like 8 tiles that have water stains on them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 8 tiles that have water stains. There's literally like 5 or 6 compressors out there that are dead, that have been dead for like 5 years. It's like, no one knows about us, man.
I went on a call for a grocery store chain that's popular here in Texas, and I showed up. It was a Saturday, dude. I had a bunch of family coming in from out of town. It was going to be a big thing, and anyways, so I drive down. I get there, and I ask him. I said, "Well, how long has this been going on?" You know, and he's like, "Well, it's now." And I don't know. It's just really hot today. I figured, we ought to get it checked out. I was like, "Really, dude? At 3:00 on a Saturday?" Okay, dude. And I build so much overtime to that. I stayed there until like 5 a.m. fixing a leak. It was great.
5 in the morning. So you were there all night.
Dude. Yeah. Brazen in the moonlight. It was cool.
I brazed in the moonlight one time. Well, more than once, but once in the middle of the night because they had shut down this McDonald's so we could work on the roof. They were remodeling it. So one of the crankcase heaters, it's one of these big Linux units that has like 4 compressors. It's like a 20. I forget what they are.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
They got the control in there that's very
One of them
smart.
grounded or what?
Well, one of them had a crankcase heater. It didn't ground. It cut into the liquid line and blew out all the refrigerant. So I was like, I wonder where this leak is. Okay, it's right there.
You hear it immediately.
Yeah. So it was an easy job, but it just had to be done at like 12 midnight, which was kind of a bummer. But we were done by I think like 2 or 3 anyway, so it wasn't too bad.
All right, show off.
What do we hear? Yeah, it was just easy. It wasn't showing off. It was just it's the easiest possible thing to fix. Put some solder on it, call it a day, you know. Actually, we put a coupling on it. It's probably better to say on the air. Coupling. We didn't fill it full of solder.
Your secret's safe with me, Zach.
Hey, let's get to those questions, man.
All right.
So you're here to play Skilled Trade Up, and
Let's go.
You got your lifeline. Ask the chat because they know everything.
Is that the only one, or are you still doing a 50-50?
We can do the 50-50. No one ever chooses it, but I'll be happy to do 50-50 if that's the one you want.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll waste that one first.
So, well, there's only one.
Oh, okay.
You pick one or the other. So that's
Okay,
why
gotcha.
everyone picks the one. I'm about to just not mention the 50-50 anymore because no one chooses it.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's your first question. It's going to be easy. Let's just tear through this and win you a prize here. All right. The main reason R22 refrigerant is no longer used is A, a high GWP, B, it depletes ozone, C, the pressure is too low, or D, it is flammable.
Man, it's either A or B.
You can actually use that 50. You can use that 50-50.
Well, because it's a CFC. It's B. Just do B.
Is it final answer B?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know
Because
what?
it's got the chlorine.
You're right. It does have chlorine, and that's the answer. It depletes ozone, and the
It's
HFCs
that
don't.
C, you know?
Yes, you've won yourself either coil cleaner,
No.
which you won't choose. All right, well, fine. So you don't want that stuff. So you want to go on to question 2, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what the prizes are, or you just need?
No, go ahead.
All right.
Just let's go. I want that torque wrench is what I want.
Oh, all right. Going for level
Just so you
4,
know.
are we? All right,
Yeah.
good deal. 2 level 4s in one night would be stupendous. Here we go. Here's question 2 out of 4. What is the approximate BTU output of a 10 kW strip heater? So if you have an air handler for like a heat pump, you have a 10 kW heater. What is the approximate output? A, 12,000 BTUs. B, 35,000 BTUs. C, 60,000 BTUs. Or D, 100,000 BTUs.
Dude,
So what's up here?
I'm in Texas, man. We hardly ever mess with heat. I mean, we put heat kits in all the time, but I don't know the BTUs on them.
Well, what size heat kits do you put with what size units? Do you remember that? Because that'll give you an indication of how
Well, I
many BTUs will
mean,
be.
that depends too, but usually, 5 ton and under will get. Some people only put a 5. It's Texas, dude. It doesn't get that cold, so 5 or 10.
So what does a heat kit do? It does 2 things. It gives you supplemental heat, and it has to actually come on during defrosting. So, I mean, think about it that
Sure.
way. It has to be able to overcome the cooling capacity or somewhat by entering
so
defrost.
Then, okay.
So just think about it in that
All
light.
right.
I'm not giving
all
you
right,
answers.
so let's go
here.
see. Let's go see then.
So you want to go C. And let me remind you, you have a lifeline, so I want to make sure I remind you.
Well, I don't know. When you make me second guess myself, you do that all the time.
Well, I just want to make sure you know that if you are wondering about your answer, there's a lifeline here. And
Well, the way you put it a minute ago, it's got to provide supplemental heat during defrost. 10 kWs mostly will go on somewhat larger systems like 5 tons, which would be a 60,000. That's where my head's at, logically.
well, let me put this
But
to
see,
you,
but then you do
Bimco.
that, and I'm like, I'm wrong.
I'm not trying to talk you out of anything. I'm just saying that in a heating cycle, when you get to cold temperatures where defrost takes place, the capacity of that 5 ton is no longer 60,000 BTUs. It is much lower because of the cool weather outside.
Oh, so you're telling me it's B? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not telling you it's B. I'm telling you that your
Just ask the
rationale
chat.
may
All
be
right,
flawed.
let's at least ask the chat. Let's just ask them. Just ask them.
It's my ability. I'm just screwing with you, Bimco. All right. I want you to win this thing. All right.
Which is it, Zach?
All
You're
right.
playing with my emotions.
I'm gonna enable the chat. They're gonna give you the answer here.
All
They're
right.
very smart. All right, chat guys, give us the answer. What's the answer here? What is the approximate BTU output of a 10 kW strip heater? 12,000, 35,000, 60,000, or 100,000? So,
Kanga. Thank you, Kanga.
so everybody says
thank
it's
you for
B.
telling me you're trolling.
D, 100,000 BTU. Talk about overcoming defrost and then some. Yeah. So everyone says it's B.
So B. All
So
right.
you
We'll go B. Final.
B is your final answer. Okay, chat guys, I'm turning you off because you have done your job.
Thank you, chat.
Well,
thank you.
I wouldn't thank them yet. You don't know if it's right yet. So.
Oh well.
And unfortunately, it is not.
Not wrong.
It's not wrong. It's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
I trust the chat.
The chat's right. They're pretty. Typically, they're pretty good. There's wisdom in the chat. There really
Typically,
is.
I agree.
I say they can toy with people's emotions if they are so inclined, but they don't do that a whole lot.
You're the only one playing with emotions here, Zach.
It truly is me. You're right. It's not the chat at all. Chat's actually good. I'm the evil one here, actually.
I don't blame you. I do the same thing.
Well,
it's fun.
You're on level 3 potentially. I mean, you're talking about
3.
some.
No, we're going. We're going.
Bimco, I like your style. Let's do this. All right. Level 3. No lifelines left. What we call balls to the wall. Here we go. You'll like this one, Texas.
I don't think I will.
When CO testing a gas oven, the probe should be placed. When CO testing a gas oven, the probe should be placed A, inside the oven flue, B, directly in the burner, C, directly in the burner flame, or D, 18 inches away from the oven. All right, show me your rationale. Work through this. You saw Matthew in the first round. He had stuff he didn't even know that he just willed it to come to him. All right? So what does your will tell you?
It tells me that's the flu, but...
So that's your first gut instinct. Now, do you know for sure if any of them are correct? I mean, do you know? Do you have knowledge of it?
If I was for sure, I'd tell you that was my final answer, but I'm not for sure. But I also don't have any lifelines, and I don't want to drag this out. But well, I don't know.
My job is to drag it out a little.
Okay.
So you got to, and I'm helping you reason through it / cause immense doubt. So, well, I shouldn't say that out loud. You wanted to say inside the oven flue, which would be similar to like a testing combustion analysis or CO on a gas furnace. So that's reasonable. Okay.
Right, but it's an oven, so it's different.
But it does have a flue.
Let's see. So definitely wouldn't be directly in the burner. Wouldn't be in the flame. 18 inches away from the oven. But like to which side of the oven? Just anywhere 18 inches away from the oven? It's not very specific, Zach.
And I'll tell you what, since you are operating on the assumption I made this one, I did not. National Comfort Institute made this one. I'm happy because when I look at this, because I have to, David Richardson sends me some of these questions to help out. And I look at some of them, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I don't play Skill Trade Up because I didn't catch anyone.
So that's probably D, because when you saw this one, you were like, what? I would have got this totally wrong.
So D's your final answer. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I don't know.
Well, you think it's flu, so are you going to go with flu? That's the question. Your gut tells you flu. Is your gut immensely wrong and full of wrongedness, or is it right on the money, Bimco?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like picture a gas oven with a flue, and it's all I can picture is just a gas furnace, which I don't see a whole lot of, to be honest with you.
But they do get tested in the flue.
Right. Oh no.
Service
Can't
call.
Talk to you
Service
right
call.
Now. Oh.
All right. Well, you're at an impasse here.
Flu seems right.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, yeah, I guess so, Zach. God damn it.
Well, I guess that's your final answer. Thanks for playing, Bimco. It's nice to have been having you here. Great to see you. And you're going to round number 4. All right, you got it right. It's in the flue. Who the hell would put something in the flame? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, who wrote this question?
David Richardson, in the flame? You're going to damage your device.
You're fired.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong. No, in no way you're fired, David. I need more questions, so if you're watching.
Yeah, more like this one, please.
Yeah, more oven questions, yeah.
All right, last one, right?
Yep, last one. But before we start, I'm just going to say that David Richardson will be back to be interviewed on the 13th and the 20th of this month about CO testing and combustion analysis. So just know
Great.
That.
I need more of that.
So, man, after that, you'd be like, in the flue, you know?
Flu.
No thoughts, final answer. You know, all right. So we're going for the torque wrench.
Yep.
You want to get that voicemail? Or are we ready?
Nope, we're good.
You text anybody? you ready to roll?
Let me tell my old lady I'm in the middle of a game show.
Yeah, I should do that.
She needs to chill out.
I'm going to play the music until
She's
you're
gonna get mad
done.
at me if I don't tell her right now. I'm live on TV right now. Call you soon.
I'm with a woman. She's on top, and this is uncomfortable.
It's rude. All right, silent.
That is rude.
All right,
Okay.
good.
All right. Question number 4, the grand prize, ultimate question. Here you go, BIMCO. And it rhymes. The Honeywell GLOWFLY is a blank igniter. It is a aftermarket igniter
GLOWFLY.
replacement.
Hot surface igniter.
Yes, it is a
Oh,
hot surface
Jesus
igniter.
Christ.
Is it A, a silicon carbide? I feel bad for you, because you see these questions like you do commercial work, right?
Yeah, dude, I've never even seen a hot surface igniter. Besides the one that's in my damn pellet grill. Come on.
Well, if you were to have seen one, and then that was a Honeywell
I still
GLOWFLY,
wouldn't know what the hell it was made of.
silicon carbide,
Oh,
or
shit.
nitride, or dioxide, or silicon tetrachloride.
Alex,
have
I know
you-
you're listening.
No answer.
Text me the answer.
If you text him the answer, I'm pretty sure your cat will get hit by a car tomorrow.
I wouldn't do that. I'm just kidding.
It's
Um,
karma.
Well, let's talk this out, Zach.
Have you heard of any of those?
I mean, yeah, I've heard of silicon. Yeah, who hadn't heard of that? But
Yeah. Anything further than that?
I mean, I've heard of all those things. I've just never shopped around for them specifically
These
in that
are-
combination.
These are breast implants, I think. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so you've never heard of any of those as far as describing a hot surface igniter?
Negative.
So this is going to be a real Matthew O'Donnell situation right here, where it's
It
gonna be-
really is.
Well, Matthew came up with the right answer. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
You wanted that torque wrench.
Yeah, I know. The only one I think I've heard of is B, but because I feel like you had a question similar to
Is
this.
that your
like,
final answer?
no, it's not my final answer. I'm talking out loud, trying to see if I can get audio cues from you that I'm on the right track, Zach.
I have bad news for you, Bimco. I give out cues for wrong stuff.
I know.
I have it like built into my DNA to like, you sure it's not tetrachloride? Or is it tetrachloride? You know what?
All right.
I don't know.
Now I want to pick D.
It probably is D. Final answer.
Oh, Jesus. You're real mean.
All right, I'm going to tell you, my best advice is following your gut's a good thing. Some of these you probably never heard of, and some of them don't exist as far as
All right.
igniters.
Well, I'll follow my gut then and say B.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, my God. Yes. Just get it over with.
All right.
I'll try again next week. It's fine.
Silicon
I don't really need a
nitride.
torque wrench. I don't really need the torque wrench, you know.
Well, that's good because you don't have one. Because
All right.
I'm just kidding. You won yourself a torque wrench.
No,
It's silicon
get outta here.
nitride. That's exactly right. There's silicon nitride and carbide are very common. Those are the two that are very common. And the GLOWFLY is nitride. So you won it. Like a boss. And I can say this now after the last time being pretty much like a
shit
General,
show. You can
General
say-
Custer
you can say shit show,
situation.
right? Yeah.
It was a shit show. It was a crash and burn, but this time redemption. I mean, this would make a great movie. Skill Trade Up the movie starring Michael Bimco. You did it. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait,
Hooray.
I forgot.
Thanks, Zach.
Hold on, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Congratulations, Bimco. Follow Bimco on Instagram. He's giving away a torque wrench.
Eventually. I need more sponsors, but yeah, eventually. I'm going to give away a bunch of stuff.
Bimco's going to be giving away Yellow Jacket product. I got it right over here right now. It'll be to him in a few days. Bimco,
No.
Don't forget the address, man. Send it to me, all right?
All right, I sure will, man. I appreciate it, Zach.
Yeah, congratulations, bro. That was a good job. You reasoned through it like a boss. That was good, man.
I'll see you next month for more stuff.
Sounds good, man. All right.
All right.
Later.
See ya.
Michael Bimco, congratulations. Hey, man, we had 2 winners. That's all we're going to do tonight because we gone for an hour. Man, we're like going way over because of me chatting with these fellas. And, you know, it's all right because it's a lot of fun. I'm going to open up the live chat here. Let's see. What else do I need to go over before we're done for today? Guys, you did a great job helping him out. I don't know why there's 2 chats over here now, so I'm going to X out of this one. That's weird. And I'm going to open up this chat to talk to you guys for just a second. It's funny, I had 2 YouTube chats open. There's been some weird computer stuff happening here. All right. Congratulations, Bimco. Congratulations, Matthew O'Donnell. I'm going to give one cautionary thing. I know I had to find a box last time I mailed out the NAVAC thing, so I think I have another box. But if I don't, I'll have to buy one tomorrow. So no big deal. Congratulations. Very, very good job. You guys were like a boss. It was really awesome. I want to say thank you to anybody that's new watching the show. The channel just restarted because I wanted to have this show on its own channel. So those of you who took the time to come try it out and watch the show, thank you so much. If you like it, I don't know what you can do. Share the show. Tell somebody that you work with. Try it out. Win some tools. We had 2 grand prize winners tonight, guys. That is awesome. I've been wanting somebody to go all the way here since we started. I was starting to think the questions were too hard, but you guys, even though you didn't know the exact answers, because you guys used your knowledge and a little bit of luck, you did it like a boss. So Matthew and Bimco, awesome, awesome stuff. I think I already have addresses for Matthew. Bimco, send me your stuff. I'm sure I have a lot of your stuff. Like a lot of you guys who win have won before and played before. I have your information. Why I want you to update it is because sometimes people move and stuff like that. I don't want to screw up and send it to like your old address where there's a different HVAC tech who doesn't deserve it. Son of a gun. That's right. Howard, thank you so much. You love the show and the podcast. Guys, if you like the podcast, I'm doing a lot of that recording live now. So what I'll do is I'll record live interviews on Friday nights, which you can watch, and I put them on their own channel just to keep it separate than everything else. It's called HVAC Training Videos. We had Greg Fox a couple weeks ago. That podcast was released today. We had Zach Desjardins from Quality Comfort. No, not Quality Comfort. I always want to say that. Quality HVACR. A YouTube channel. Actually, both of them have YouTube channels. But he came on last week. We had some great small business talks. This week, we're having Steven Raridan. He's a buddy of mine. A lot of you guys know him from being on YouTube, too. Next week, I don't know who's coming next week. I have an invitation out that hasn't been answered yet. I'm waiting on that. And then the 2 weeks after that are going to be David Richardson. We're going to talk about an introduction to CO, which carbon monoxide, and an introduction to combustion analysis because winter is coming. And, of course, we're going to have our fun discussions, laughter, and comedy along the way. Also, this Friday night on the HVAC Training Videos channel, I'm going to release a video where I try to bust open one of those Refrigeration Technologies coil packs because guys on Instagram were like, it's going to blow up, man. They blow up everywhere. So I was like, well, all right, let's check this out. Let me see if and what I did is I dropped it off of like an air conditioner. Like I tapped it and it fell off the air conditioner. I tested it there, and I tested it dropping it off a ladder. Then I threw it up against a tree, and then I overarmed it into the side of a building. And I did get it to bust, and you'll see on Friday night because I'm going to play that video. Okay. So I thank you guys for anything you can do to help grow the show. It's brand new. But what I really want you to do is if you enjoy it, just keep on watching. Throw a like on the video. You don't have to share it at all, but if you feel the need and you think one of your people might like it, share it with them. I'm trying to do that on my social media stuff as much as I can. And let me tell you what, I hate social media. I really do, but I realize it's necessary evil. It helps me reach people and get people onto the show. So every link you need is in the description. Instagram, podcast, other YouTube channels I'm affiliated with, what we're doing, all down there. You can find it there. If you want to be notified before we go live, all those links are down there. If you ever have a question about any of the stuff that we're doing, how to get notified, where to see it, email me, hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. I'll be happy to help you through it. So don't worry about that. Let's see. Jessica Egan sent me Craig's address. Craig, am I supposed to be sending you something? If I'm supposed to be sending you something, Craig, let me know because I'm totally forgetting what that's about. Okay? I have no idea. All right. Let's see. Weaver Maintenance says, I don't know what I like better, your sense of humor or the hard questions. Hey, man, I like the sense of humor better. Hard questions are okay. I like having a good time. Sense of humor's fun. All right. World is awful slow and dark without a good sense of humor. Let's see. Kangaroo says, man, I've been working on several steamers the last few weeks. Stanley Steamers. That's who he works for, Stanley Steamers. Oh, the shirt when you crashed and burned. There you go, Craig. Yeah, send it to me. Did the shirt size in there? Let me check here real quick. No. Send me an email with the shirt size. And I'd say put it in the chat, but I will forget. Susie Dunn has to isolate for 14 days because of COVID-19. I am so sorry, Susie. All I can tell you is we will keep you entertained as much as possible. So on Friday night, you come on back here, and we will entertain you on Friday night with Stephen Raridan and I. And we'll be back on Sunday night with Men with Issues for the first time in a couple weeks because we're back. And then back on Wednesday night. So we can entertain you 3 out of 7 nights of the week. The other nights, you're kind of on your own. You can watch Matlock reruns or, well, that's just because my mother-in-law watches that. Matlock reruns or movies with Ingrid Bergman in them or whatever. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I heard she was kind of a skank. I don't know. All right. I'm going to get out of here. We've been going for over an hour. Guys, I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time this week. Hope to see you again next week. We're going to have a lot more fun. It'll be great. I'll send you some grand prizes out there. Extra large. Jessica, thank you so much. I will pack that up as well. Guys, Frylock, I got your stuff too. Email just came through. All right. Dukes of Hazzard was an awesome show. If you don't watch the chat while you're watching this show on the rerun, it seems like I have some sort of disease, like attention deficit disorder, because I'll be saying something, I'll look at the chat, then I'll, Frylock Medium, you won a grand prize. You don't need a shirt, man. Come on now. Don't be greedy, Frylock, okay? Don't be greedy. All right. Oh, my gosh. The grandbaby has to be quarantined, too. Good grief. Susie, we'll keep you as good as we can entertained. All right, guys, girls, everybody else out there, it has been a lot of fun. I'm going to get out of here instead of rambling. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you will, like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. You mean just watch the whole show. You might as well subscribe, right? We'll be back next week. The sense of humor only gets better with time. It's like a fine wine. And the questions, you might learn something too. All right. I'm out of here, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you on Friday night on the HVAC Training Videos channel. Hope to see you there. And work safe. Take care.